Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Saber from Kamen Rider. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, did you like that? Did you like how it didn't quite take off? Okay, so yes, the last of the Kamen Riders. Well, okay, I take it back. It's not the last of the Kamen Riders. It's the newest one that I wanted to do because I was going through them all. You know, I wanted to run through the whole series all the way to the beginning, and I did. And I knew this was going to happen, so it worked out perfectly that the new series was going to start as I was finishing up everybody else, or you know, the complete run. And so it worked out perfectly that as I got to the end, the new series started, and so I was able to do this. It's exactly what I wanted, you know, to start the new series. So, or to draw the latest one. That's what I'm talking about. I know I'm kind of all over the place with my explanation of it, but hey, you know, I've said it many times before, I am not a speaker, I'm a drawer, and I'm going to make it work with this. So, I kind of made them a little bit smaller because of the pose that I wanted to do. I wanted to do the classic jumping pose. I don't know, just something about that I really liked. So I've always kind of stuck with this pose, and also it lets me get a little more, I talked about this before, a little more dynamic with the bending, like his leg's super long, but I think it helps. Here, maybe I can shorten it up a little bit. I think it helps with the dynamic look, you know, the jumping exaggeration, you know. There we go. We're shrinking it up just a little, just try to fix that. But I don't know, I kind of like it like that. So, okay, so this one I'm just going to do out and kind of a hand out kind of pose. It's mostly about the sword, right? Which I'm going to try to get right, but hey, it's new. I'm only going by pictures that I can find online, and we'll see if I can get it right. Same thing with this dragon. You know, I'm just gonna do basically what I always do. I'm gonna draw it how I draw it. Because what is this, if nothing else, how I draw. So I'm okay with not getting it right. But that's okay. You know, it's all about having fun anyway, so that's the whole idea. So let me add a few specific details, like his sword face and his flaming X eyes. And I'll try to get that right as much as I can, because I mean, they did get it right with the mask, right? So it's not like it's impossible to do, because they did it. You know, they've kind of proved, like, hey, we made it right, you should get it right. So that might be all I need to do right there. That was a quick sketch that basically gave me the basics, and the details will come out of the drawing, you know, as I get there kind of drawing, you know. Like I don't think I need to draw the fingers. I think I got the hand where it is. I got the body, all that, the sword, same thing. I don't need to worry about the details until I get there. So I think that's good. Let me erase some of these lines, and I will switch over to the Sharpies. We'll welcome everybody that skipped. I gotta be careful with this though, because the sketch worked out so well that I don't want to erase the sketch. I gotta give myself a little bit of something to see, right? Okay, I think that's gonna work. That looks good. I can still see what I want to do, but the Sharpie will stand out and not the pencil line. So let's do that. All right, so let's welcome everybody that skipped. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point, a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. Get out of here. I've erased a majority of what I need and left enough of the drawing that I can sketch along and play along with the Sharpie adventure. So I'm going to start off with the Sharpie pen just because usually I use it for the features of the eyes or the face, but his features here, I need to try to get as good as I can. I'm going to just do the eye like this, the little X going across. Get as much as I can with the Sharpie fine point because I can control the line width much better. And that other pen is awesome as it is, it's too big for fine detail like this. Okay, and I'm kind of doing it parallel to make a line like that. If you can make it like that, go for it. If not, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Because look, even mine's not right. This is bigger than this side. It's okay. Just do what you can, and we're gonna go from here. Okay. So it's got another level to it because it's kind of a 3D-ish look. So I'm gonna come up like this, go this way to work towards those flames. Those flames, I'm just gonna kind of do something like this. I'm not too worried about if it's perfect. I mean, I'm going to try, don't get me wrong, but I didn't even sketch it out because I knew that I'm just going to kind of follow the idea. And his eyes right here, so that means I'm going to come in, give him a little bit of an edge because that's where it's going to be right there, okay? Same thing with this, we're just going to draw like the specific details of it, so I'm going to come up this way, draw that little point, and then build off of that. So he's got like those little spiky things out, so I'm going to go ahead and start down here. I'm going to say it comes into the side of his face, spiky thing out, and then let's see, it's going to kind of come up here and join this side, but there's one more back behind it, and I'm going to do one more spiky thing out like that. Now I'm going to start to thicken up some of these too, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. And so I'm just going to kind of prepare for how that's going to look. You don't have to do it, but like I said, I know what it's going to look like, so I'm getting ready. I don't think I'm going to do the flames though. I'm going to keep those nice and simple because I like the simplicity of it. And his eye is going to be right there, but that's color. So I'm not worried about that edge right there. So it's going to be about the same size, but it's going to be done with color. Now, he's got that sword that kind of goes straight through. So I'm going to try to bring this in like this. And I'm going by my sketch, so that's why I'm kind of placing it in a certain spot like that. I guess I could have done that middle line first. Let's do that. Let's do the middle line coming through all the way up, and then we're going to make that little like saber point because we're looking at it from the front view. So no matter how far back it goes, we're only looking at that front view. So it's like if you're looking at a knife straight on, you know, you can't see the backside. So that's all we're worried about. So I'm going to go straight up like this. I think that's good enough. Then just kind of come down, kind of thicken it up, not too much. Do the same thing on the other side. And just do that. That simple. Again, I'm going to thicken that edge up about to where his head's going to be. I'm going to put the head right there. Go ahead and draw it over this side. And draw this one over on this side. Boom, shakalaka. I like that. Now he's got another like face mask type kind of thing, so I'm gonna do this, and it's got like a little raised, indented level to it, something like that. Awesome. How's yours coming out? Cool. Okay, let me see. I'm going by like pictures of toys, honestly. So this is going to be the hardest part. Is I can't even watch the show yet. I have no idea if this is any good, if it's terrible, oh come on, it's Kamen Rider, it's gonna be good, right? If it's accurate, you know, I'm just kind of going by the toy pictures. Okay, so I think that's good for the head. I'm going to switch over to the big Sharpie now because I can play around with the big details. I tell you what, I'm wrong. I'm gonna do the front of his other piece, like the sword thing, whatever that is. I'm going to go ahead and come down here and do this, just to continue it, like that, and then I can draw everything else. So I just want to make sure I didn't draw through that with all this other stuff I'm about to draw. So that means his chest piece is something like this. And see, that's what I wanted to make sure that I didn't quite bump it, even though I did draw into the line right there. Oops. It's okay. But see what I was talking about, how these are so thick? That's what I wanted to match the way it was about to look. I'm gonna draw some old neck flap. Okay, and so now we're basically drawing armor. So I'm gonna draw the armor piece up. It's gonna come down like this, but it's thicker right here. And this one, it kind of disappears behind that. The way I have him, it doesn't, but the way I have him, the shoulder is kind of in front of this neck piece over here. So I have to draw this first. He's kind of slightly tilted. So I'm only gonna be able to draw so much of it. And let's see, let's go ahead and draw his shoulder like this, down to this metal piece, this armor piece right there. I'm gonna go ahead and do it down to his waist right there, and then I'm gonna add some smaller detail with this Sharpie pen. Let's go ahead and do the arm since we're here. I'm gonna go ahead and do his shoulder piece, the armor piece like that, and it looks like cloth underneath. So now I'm just gonna kind of draw some little bit of wrinkled material like that, not too much, but enough to show that it's not armor. Now this piece is. So this is going to come straight down. Going to close off to his wrist. Do the other side straight down like that too. Well, not straight down. We're kind of curving it through the contours of his body, you know? But it's armor is what I meant by straight down, that it's not cloth, and we're not going to draw creases and folds like we're doing here. Okay, there's a cool stripe going all the way down, so I'm not going to do too many lines, but I just wanted to do a few that shows that it's material, you know. So this one I'm leaving solid because it's armor, and he does have a hand piece of armor across the back of his hand. I'm gonna do like that. Then I'm gonna draw his hand, and his hand I'm just doing like this. He's just kind of doing one of these, you know. He's kind of in the middle of jumping. I said it before that this hand is not as important to him. Like, he's the sword hand. That's the one that he's really focusing on, you know. There we go. Okay, and again, because it's a glove, I'm going to add some mechanical is what that means when I say mech. And let's see, is there another level to it? There kind of is, but I'm just going to do something like that because it's a big red, that big red stripe goes all the way, and so that accents it. Now before I do the chest piece, I should go ahead and do this arm, and then we'll come back up because there's some really cool tech or mech piece. I mean, I call it mechanical, but it's not mechanical, you know. It's what I call when I see like Iron Man type kind of suit stuff, you know, mech armor, mechanical, you know, but it's really tech armor, right? Because it's technical, it's tech armor. All right, so he's got that like dragon face thing here. So I'm just gonna pick a spot and I'm gonna draw one part of it like this and then build off of that. So I know where it's gonna be and I know where it's going because I sketched it out. And so that's why I can go ahead and draw like the extra pieces just kind of floating. So you have to just kind of, well, what goes there? Well, I've already sketched it out, so I know what goes there. So that's why I can kind of draw it like it's just a floating piece, but it's not. You know, it's all specifically planned. Well, roughly planned. I say specifically, but come on. We know that I'm just kind of eyeballing it. But that's the fun of it, you know, you get to eyeball, you get to create, you get to say, well, it doesn't have to look exactly like it. And just go nuts, you know, just do all kinds of fun stuff. All right, I'm going to draw a little bit more points on these, just tiny. I mean, it doesn't need to be fierce and dangerous, but this Sharpie is a little too big sometimes, and and it doesn't quite get the points that I want. Okay, so again, it's got like another level to it, kind of 3D-ish. So I'm just kind of doing something like that. I'm not trying to do too much because I really should be doing it with color. Okay, awesome. How's yours coming out? Cool. All right, so again here, let me do one more just to kind of show that edge. Here we go. Okay, so see what I mean? How the collar is kind of covered up by that. So now that means I can actually do the collar. I can actually come over here and draw what I can see because I can only see so much of it anyway. Now this again is like this tech armor. Oh, the bottom of his mouth. I got to do that real fast. Let me do that real quick, just to kind of place it. You know, just so we can, you know, get a rough idea of the edge of the dragon. Is that what it is? Something like that. And again, there's a whole bunch of weird tech in here. So let me just draw like this, and then we'll add some specifics like that. Now, oh, let's do this. Let's do this. So I'm going to draw this side here. I'm all over the place. I said I was going to do the arm and then come back and do everything else. But I'm kind of giving you some start-stop points so we can do this correctly. Because I need to know where it starts, where it stops, and where it can go and venture and draw extra stuff like that, you know. But basically, I wanted this. I wanted the edge of his belt, so I can build off of it. Okay, so there. See, that's done. So now I can add some extra tech here. So what I'm just going to do here is just do some kind of like little edge stuff, something like this. It doesn't have to be specific. It doesn't have to be precise and perfect, but just something like that. See, it's kind of giving us an armored mech look, mechanic, you know, mechanical. How many times I gotta say it? Technical, mechanical, you know what I'm trying to say. There we go. So for his chest, I already did that right there. We're gonna say it's going across. We're gonna say it's coming up like this, going down to it like that. Remember how I told you this was coming here? I'm going to do that with color. I'm not even going to worry about that right now. I'm going to let color take care of that. So that's going to continue and go down. But again, we're going to do it with color. So for his chest, we're going to do something like this. And that's why I wanted to explain it, because that wasn't going to be the color line. That was going to be like the armor line, basically. Okay. There we go, something like that. Okay, just to give it a you know, an armor look. Let's see. There's also another layer to it. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this again to kind of break up this side to give it more than that, because this side has all the you know, watching from the windows, going, oh, I wish somebody invited me to the party. Nobody said I could come and play. Okay, I'm playing the sad role. I'm gonna get back to the drawing. So there's a lot of crazy little detail in here. I can't see what it is. I'm just gonna do something like this, just to kind of, again, break it up and give it some oomph, some zest, squeezing that lemon on it, you know, giving it some flavor. All right, so let's do the arm and try to figure out that sword. Again, all I can do is go by pictures, so I apologize if they're not right, but I'm doing my best. Okay, so it looks like in the arm there's also this, I don't know what that is. I guess it's supposed to be like dragon fire coming out of his mouth. I don't know. Let's draw the arm. I'm gonna go draw down to the elbow, and it looks like there's an like an elbow piece. I can't tell. I'm gonna draw to the arm just like we did there, just like the little armor piece. That'll give us our stop point. But now this is what I was talking about. There's like this little. I'm just gonna do what I see. I can't even tell what this is, but I'm just gonna draw it like I see it. Okay? You can tell me if I'm wrong. You explain it to me. All right. So now that I've got the arm basics, I'm gonna go ahead and just do some creases and folds like I like to do, just to show that there's wear and tear and bends in the cloth, you know. And there's his arm back there. Now we can't even see this part anyway, so I'm not too worried about the creases and folds. So I'm just going to do that. Color's going to take care of it anyway. Okay, so just like we did over here, we're going to do an armor piece coming down like that to his wrist. And it goes straight back up to this one. I call it straight, but I always curve it. Now, okay, so he's holding the sword like this, and I always need to go get my lightsaber, but I don't have it. So because he's holding it like this, all you're really going to see is that shape. We're not even going to worry about fingers because they're so around, but also the sword is going to be kind of covering it up, so we're just going to be doing this big blob of a hand. That's really it, because the sword is so big and coming out that we don't even get to do that, because watch. I'm going to draw this armor piece like that over the back of his hand. Then this is where his thumb's going to be, but again, the sword's kind of taken over the size of it. So I'm going to draw the front of it like this, the top of it, I guess. And I do have it like as if he was holding the sword. Like this is flat, he's got it curved a little bit like that, okay? So, as he is, the blade, the all the other stuff is kind of covering right there. The pommel, the part that protects your hand, that's kind of covering it up, and it's kind of a flame. So, I'm just going to do something like this, just to kind of show that it's got like a fire edge to it. And see how it's pretty much covering the hand? Because that's where the flame extra parts are just kind of hiding it. So that's all we're gonna do. There's the pommel right there. And again, it's like a flamish looking thing that I can't draw all the exact detail, but we're gonna add a little bit of fire, a little bit of something like that. Okay, awesome. There we go. Okay, so that means we're doing it kind of sideways, so I'm going to draw the point of it out here, and we're gonna, it's got a very drastic point, an extremely drastic point. So I'm going to draw the top of it, then draw another layer down here. So the top of it's it's got like this little stair step level to it, something like that. I'll do the other side too. And I'm sure it's something specific, but I don't know, so I'm just kind of making it up. And then I'm going to draw the other side. So it looks like layered type kind of things, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So I'm going to do the edge, which is a nice sharp edge. We'll do like that. And then the other side we're going to do like that to kind of accent that bladish, what do you call it, like tech look. See, it's kind of layered like that, you know. There's all kinds of crazy writing inside there, so we're just gonna use our artistic creativity to make it look awesome. It probably could have come in a little thinner right there, but that's okay. That's all right. Let's see. Let's do the top of his hand like that. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so now I got to, oh, you know what I almost forgot? His let me do that real quick right now. His like jacket type kind of end hanging down. Again, I'm going by pictures here, and on the toys it looks like a hard plastic. On him it looks like a jacket piece, like it's here, like let me show you. It's like a jacket piece kind of hanging down, you know. So I'm gonna just kind of like throw it out there like it's flowing in the wind, you know. So we're gonna say that it's kind of going, and it's got a certain edge to it that I want to get. Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna be going something like this, kind of flowing in the wind. So we're going to out, bring it in like that, and we're gonna continue that in a flowing manner. Okay. Something like that. See, it's not, it doesn't have to be specific, but you know, we're kind of giving it that flowing in the wind look, because he's kind of jumping through the air. So now I'm going to do the edge, which is curved, and throw it back in like that. There you go. So the back of it's going to flow back just a little bit back there, but I'm gonna wait to draw that before, let me finish the leg, and then I'll see where we are and how much more I could add, okay? So his suit is pretty much just like this cloth mech suit. So there are some armor bits on top of cloth. So he does have, looks like an armor piece right there. Then there's cloth underneath, so his leg's gonna be bent. And coming down, and I'm kind of accenting what looks like armor. And then I'm going to draw the leg. Okay, so the leg's still going to be back there. So I'm going to draw like a bottom half of the leg piece, coming in like this. Okay, and a lot of this is going to be broken up with color because it's got this cool, like I was talking about the arm, well, you saw the picture, you know where we're going with this, but basically what I'm trying to say is I'm going to leave it alone and just draw his leg right here. There's his crotch, and there's going to be his pants all creased and folded from where his legs are spread out like that. And let's go ahead and do this shoe since we're here. Go ahead and finish this foot up, right? Okay, it's more pointed down, so you see the tip of the shoe. More down like that than looking straight at you, so you see the shape of the foot. I will add just a little bit of, like, from what I can tell, it's got like this little pattern over it like that. And we'll say that's the top of the foot like this. Going in like that. I see kind of a mech look, kind of, let's see if we can do this. And it kind of goes like that. Kind of, it's got this texture look, kind of a surface shape to it, something like that. Again, this is cloth, so I'm going to add some lines there. Same thing with his waist or his crotch, because he's putting a lot of stress on bending his legs like that. I'm going to put a lot of stress on the cloth. Okay, awesome. So since that's done, and since this is just one little side, let's do this. Let's kind of accent that little piece like that. We're going to say it's going back there, and that's going back there. That's all we can see, okay? All right, so let's do this leg. We're going to do the same thing, kind of a little bit of armor, a little bit of mech, something like this, and then the leg underneath. All right. Okay, I'm going to come down here to the front of that. Really going to Tony Stark it up, you know. All right, and then I'm going to draw the leg, because I got it all bent like that. And and draw some creases and folds. I'm gonna put some right here too. You know what? Hang on. I always do that and jump the gun. Let's finish up that foot. Let's finish it, then just do all the little detail at the end right here, okay? So I'm gonna have his legs super mega bent, because he's jumping in the air. Like that. Now, let's add some extra. Okay, again, some creases and folds. Like that. Do a little bit of there. Let's see if we can figure out how he has the look. I guess you can't really see as much on this side, but we can see that little up like that, and then this little edge, something like that. Okay, so there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Kamen Rider Saber. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.